hit 2 free throws. But you knew when this started it was a long ball game. We led them by 22 at their place, and they came back and tied it. Lions free throws good.
Riverdale's perfect 5 of 5 from the line. I'm trying to jinx them.
Archie Grooms. Bryce Gillum checks into the lineup. Gillum's first appearance of the night.
Boyce takes a seat.
Lebanon trying to rest folks all they can for this second half. Free throw is good. He hit them both. And coming in now is Miller. And he'll replace Lyons for Riverdale. Cross and Dawkins will work the back court for the Blue Devils. They put it in the hands of Dawkins, and he'll bring it down and work against Miller.
Well, Riverdale hasn't made up any ground. Still a 7-point lead for Lebanon. That's what it was after the first quarter.
Dixon with it out on top. Bounce underneath. Archie Grooms. Reverse spin. Hock shot off the glass is good. And rather than a hock shot, I think that's a hook shot off the glass. But it was good anyway by Archie Grooms. 26-17.
I wonder what a hock shot was.
Gillum with a quickness knocks it into the Lebanon bench across the way. And Lebanon seems to be feeding off this defense. 26-17, Lebanon by 9. Riverdale will have the basketball. Savannah will make the inbounds toss. Kicks it over to Miller. Miller now double teamed down near midcourt. Archie Grooms coming over the top to knock it away, and Archie picks up his third, I think.
You are correct, sir.
Boyce getting ready to come back in. They don't want Grooms to get in too much of foul trouble. Now Boyce will sit down and Donald will come in.
Riverdale 6 of 6. Chris Harris going to the line. He's hit a pair of free throws tonight.
Well, it's time they missed. Harris with that one-hander. Fires it up. Boy, he don't even touch rim. Donald coming in now. Grooms coming out. 26-18, 8-point lead. And Harris can cut it to 7. As we're nearing halftime. 20 seconds to play here in the half. Free throw rolls good. Lebanon will have it in the backcourt with a 7-point lead. They kick it to Dawkins to Dixon. Dixon will move it over the timeline. 16 seconds, 15. Dixon to Dawkins. Dawkins left side to Cross. Back to Dawkins out front. Dawkins going to take it down the middle. And a layup is no good, but a charge on Dawkins. And we'll go to the other end and shoot 2.
Not with a charge.
No, we won't. We'll give it out of bounds on the offensive foul. 26-19.
Not often you see Little Vern call with a charge.
Taking it all the way to hoop was Vern Dawkins. 4 seconds, 3, 2. Here's Miller. 1. Stolen by Lebanon. Dixon in the air. No good.
Wouldn't have counted anyway. They're saying he shot it after the buzzer.
Well, it went down and came out. 26-19. We'll pause for this 2-minute commercial break, then be back with the halftime stats.
To get underway, here's the voice of the Devils, Clyde Harville.
Todd Cross will put it in play for the Blue Devils, who will have the basketball and will be moving to your left. As you listen in here in the second half, Lebanon leading 26-19, needing to get off to a good start. Dixon with it, gets it in the hands of Dawkins, the point guard. Dawkins between the rings, out front, comes to Cross over on the left wing. Cross out front to Donald, pulled up. Here's Dixon behind everybody. Lay-in is good. Nice feed. Donald off the high post to a cutting Dixon. And it's 28-19. Lebanon goes back up by 9. LeBron Lyons out front. Here's a steal.
Oh!
Lyons got him, and that's 3 on Lyons.
Lyons plowed right over him is what he did.
Dawkins picked his pocket right at midcourt, so Lebanon will have the basketball once again with a 28-19 lead.
Well, Brian Lyons thought he was wearing shoulder pads there. He just sent Dawkins to the floor after that steal.
Dawkins out front with the basketball, looks for somebody. Goes to Cross over on the left wing, and the pass is bad, and Donald can't get to it. And Lyons will come up with it for Riverdale. Lyons down court, stops and pops from 3 and knocks it down. LeBron Lyons hits a 3 from the right wing, and it's 28-22. They cut the Lebanon lead to 6. Blue Devils bringing it down court. Dawkins to Cross outside. Cross moves inside. His jumper's good. Cross moved in the three-point lane a couple of steps and knocks down a 2, and it's back to 8.
Cross's first points of the game, by the way.
Harris with it in front. Harris rolls around the right side, working against Cross. They go to England over on the right wing. England pulled way out. That's where they want him, away from the basket. Lyons, a fadeaway jumper, won't go. Dawkins again with a rebound. Dawkins bringing it down. 2-on-2 break. Lebanon will hold it up and try to set up the offense to cross in the corner to Boyce, sliding along the baseline. Gets it to Dixon. He got it up, won't go in. It's off the hands of Donald out of
Riverdale.
We'll take it. Riverdale, it goes off the hands of Riverdale.
Lions. I think Lions got a piece of it.
So the Blue Devils will put it in play underneath their basket. Bounce pass to Donald, can't get it, fights for it. Perkins comes off with it for Riverdale. 30-22, Riverdale with the basketball. LeBron Lyons on the dribble outside. Lyons kicks it off in the corner. Here's Harris out of the corner for a three, and he knocks it down. Chris Harris hits a three, and it's 30-25, and here comes Riverdale again.
2 threes already in the second quarter for the Warriors. Lyons and Harris each with one from outside.
Dixon knocks it out to Dawkins, and Lebanon will set up the offense. Dawkins working against Harris. Cuts in the middle. Gets it to Cross, open for three on the right side. Good. Cross hit the front rim, backed up and hit the glass. And Cross answers that three with one of his own, and it's 33-25. Harris gets it to England. Pulled out in the middle to Onwu. Left side, here's Lyons along the baseline. And his runner won't go, and Boyce has got the bait. He's trying to keep from running over Donald and missed the shot, and Boyce got the rebound. Dawkins looks, kicks it outside to Boyce. Boyce sliding into the free throw line with a runner that won't go. Donald's got the rebound, powers it up, it won't go. England pulls it off, goes to the floor and saves it, and will kick it out to Lyons, and Lebanon will fall back on defense. Trying to get that defense set. Here's England trying for a three ball and a pushing on Boyce.
Terrible call. Boyce, I don't think he touched him, but that's John's third foul. So he needs to be careful.
Coming in will be Jeremy Moore and Archie Grooms.
And Hughes.
And B.J. Hughes. Cross, Boyce, and Donald will sit for a moment. As Hutto trying to keep everybody fresh in this one, because he knows it's going to go to the wire. Out front to Harris. Harris way off in the corner to Lyons. Lyons kicks it out. Harris pumps that three again and knocks it down. Boy, he's hit three for the ball game, and he's feeling it going back down court. 33-28, a 5-point game. Lebanon working on the near side. B.J. Hughes kicks it off in the corner. Gets it back. Hughes looks. Gets it in the hands of Dawkins. Dawkins working outside against Harris. Dawkins gets it to Hughes over on the left wing. And here again is Dawkins. Kicked it back outside. Hughes for three. Won't go. Rebound Dixon. And England comes up with it. Dixon never did get it controlled. And England took it away. Riverdale can pull to within three or two with a three.
Good to see
Lyons
Dixon
driving in the middle. Spin. Turn around 8-footers. Good. And Riverdale is coming back. 33-30. Lebanon's lead has dwindled to 3. At one time it was 13. Blue Devil defense not what it was in the first half. Dawkins outside, and Lebanon wants time. 33-30, 3:53 to play in the third. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Devils where Lebanon leads by 3. You're listening to live coverage of Lebanon versus Riverdale, WANT, WCOR Lebanon. Or maybe you're watching the replay Saturday morning, Channel 6. And if you're listening on the radio, be sure to watch the replay tomorrow morning, Channel 6.
Blue Devils will have the basketball at side court. B.J. Hughes will make the inbounds pass play. Kicks it down court to Dawkins. And Dawkins will move it over the timeline, working with the basketball to the right side to Dixon. Dixon on the dribble, cuts into the free throw line, can't get the shot. It comes to Dawkins. Riverdale defense now is looking very good. Dawkins going to take it down the middle, get in trouble, get it to B.J. Hughes. Back to Dawkins, and Lebanon will reset the clock and reset the offense. Dawkins working down the middle, stops and pops it. It won't go. Dixon's got the rebound, and it's blocked by England. Nice block for the big guy in there as Dixon went back up to put it back.
England didn't even have to jump. He just stuck his hand up in the air.
Hughes will make the inbounds toss. Kicks it outside to Dixon. Right side to Dawkins for three on the right corner. Back rim, no good. Rebound fought for. And Riverdale comes up with it. They can tie the ball game with a three this trip down. They get it into the hands of LeBron Lyons. B.J. Hughes will bother him. And a 10-second call. Boy, everything seems quick to me tonight.
Well, I knew that was coming because Riverdale was in absolutely no hurry to get it down. England stood there with it for a couple of seconds and then handed it off to Lyons, and Lyons wasn't in any hurry, and I knew it was coming for too long.
B.J. Hughes will make the inbounds toss. Blue Devils with a basketball. Need to get a little breathing room here. Cross with it over on the right wing. Cross looks for somebody, brings it outside to Dixon. Dixon cutting in at the free throw line. Drop off, and here is the left-hander, and he walked.
Jeremy Moore.
Jeremy Moore shuffled his feet. When you get that ball down on that low post, you don't take it to the floor, you take it to the hole. And Moore wanted to dribble and shuffle those feet. Left side. They get it to England. England drops it off underneath. Lebanon had a steal. Perkins took it back, and I think it's B.J. Hughes, but let's wait and see. No.
Jeremy Moore.
Jeremy Moore, they tagged with it.
That's his second one. I'm looking here in the book at all these fouls. Lebanon has Grooms and Boyce each with 3. Moore and Dawkins with 2 apiece.
Lyons out of the corner for 3. Got it, and we're tied at 33. So Riverdale has come back and tied the score for the Blue Devils. Boyce with a 3 from the right, won't go way short. And Riverdale can take the lead. Lyons bringing it down. He's bumped by Hughes, but no foul. Bounce pass. Here's Onwu, wide open underneath behind the defense. And Lebanon wants time. 34-33, Oakland leading the Blue Devils, or Riverdale rather, leading the Blue Devils.
Wait a minute.
2:10 to play in the third. We'll be back in 30.
Should be 35-30.
Defense here in the second half. And Riverdale has caught up. They've done it with the threes. How many they got in the second half? 4, I think.
4 already. And they've only been playing 6 minutes. Well, the scoreboard operator over there, he's only got Riverdale with 34 points, but they deserve one more than that.
It should be 35. B.J. Hughes will make the inbounds toss for Lebanon in backcourt. Hughes puts it into Cross. Cross will work against Harris. Move it over the timeline. Go to Dixon on the right wing. Dixon going to go to the baseline. Can't get the shot away. Dixon cutting in at the free throw lane. Spins and walks.
Well, unless that 3 that we thought maybe he had his foot on the line and it was 2.
Could have been. But they had 33-33 on the board, I thought. Lyons with it. For Riverdale, who are up by 1 at least anyway. Right side, they go to England. England looks, kicks it off on the left wing to Onwu. Back to Lyons. Lyons stops his little jumpers, no good.
B.J.
Foul on B.J. Hughes.
That's 3 on Hughes. No, it's 2 rather.
No, they called that on Lyons, pushing off.
You're right, they did.
And that's 4 on him, I think.
I think they got England, actually.
Did they get England? Let's see if they put it on the board.
Yeah,
45, it's England. Well, that saved LeBron Lyons because he had 3 already. Lebanon will bring it down, trailing by 1. Hughes with it on the left wing. Looks for somebody to go to Cross. Cross to Boyce. Boyce driving on the baseline. Stops his little 8-footer in and out. Won't go. Battle for it. And Riverdale is controlling the defensive backboards right now, or Lebanon's offensive boards. Right side Onwu with it. Over on the left to Perkins. And they throw it away underneath, but they still come up with it. Perkins' shot is short. And somebody's mugged under there. Let's see who. Cross, I believe, but let's wait and see. They put Harris at the free throw line.
Yeah, you're right. They got Cross. That's 2 on Todd. That will send. Yeah, you're right. No, that will send
Savannah to the free throw line. That's his first trip to the line. Boy, they can't miss. They haven't missed a free throw yet. Now it's a 2-point lead. And Savannah can make it a 3-point affair as Riverdale comes in with Ramel Oliver for the first time.